Hey everyone, this is the new YouTube channel. Join us and subscribe for free. Also, remember that these trade projections are for educational purposes and it may not be suitable for all traders. Just remember the Forex disclaimer. You understand the risks and reward. Leverage can work against you as well as for you, and things of that nature. So just remember that this is more for educational purposes. You can learn from these videos here, and we'll talk about some of the markets. This is our logo here, Majestic, and it's actually a trading tool that we've actually developed. MT5 came out soon, or is coming out, and also the stacker and some other great things that we've actually mentioned before to help provide the best products and services, also educational, for traders to trade successfully. A couple other things about this logo. As you can see, it looks like a bunch of Jolly Ranchers. The red one, strawberry flavor. I don't know. I didn't design this, by the way, but this is our logo, I guess. We may change it in the future. Let's look at the markets here on the actual euro dollar. What we had is a major trendline break here on the day chart, and we have a descending channel here on the day chart. We have a high, lower highs. You can see it's kind of following these prices, and we have a low and a higher low. So I'm going to be, or a high and a lower high, excuse me. So I'm interested to see, we did talk about a bounce off this area. We did talk about taking profits when it broke a smaller trend line on the 4-hour standpoint. Now we have a bullish candlestick, and it's almost the new trading day, which is, I'm kind of interested to see what actually happens here. But at the same time, this head and shoulder pattern, just remember, the market can really do anything it really wants to. There's going to be certain things I'm going to be looking for in the market. I'm looking for either a bounce off this trend line, engulfing pattern, possibly to sell downwards, break of this head and shoulder pattern. You'll probably see it better on the 4-hour standpoint to trade down to that 1.3160 area. If it breaks this trend line, then I'm looking to trade to this trend line or even to the previous high. Okay, so 4-hour standpoint, I'm not really liking that candlestick, by the way. But these trades that we're talking about are small feeler positions, just to test the waters out. We talked about just small positions based on this trendline break here to trade back towards this origination point. But this market really can do whatever it wants. That's one thing I want you to learn from and understand. But the better opportunities that you could be looking for to be more patient, which is good, is a break of this high at 1.3889. That would be an indication for me to get out of these sell positions and possibly look for buy positions. But really, the indication is going to be at that 1.4203 or that daily trend line we saw on the day chart. But I'm more interested in the sell positions at the moment. If it does break this low here at 1.3653, I'm looking to add a position and continue to sell this pair off, trading down to this low. So we have this shoulder, head, and shoulder, and as you can see, we broke that trend line. But this market can continue the upward swing. Okay, just because it broke a trend line doesn't mean it has to continue going downwards. The 1-hour standpoint, this is a great Majestic trade opportunity if you haven't are not involved in this pair yet. A couple things that you can look for again is a break of this high, as you can see with support acting as resistance. Now this candlestick's kind of meandering offwards depending on how it works, but you don't have to get in right now. You can look for the break of this lower trend line here for that sell position, and could have your stop loss with the swing high or behind the trend line area, and look for sell positions. But I'm going to be more serious about this pair when it breaks this 1.3631 area. So you could have one position or a feeler position, a break this low to add a position, and continue to sell this pair off down to this low or this previous low. Okay, so that's kind of how I'm looking at the euro dollar, is looking for possible sell positions. It's kind of meandering. I did expect some choppy markets like this, and so this is kind of more of a swing trade mentality for those that watch YouTube and also want to see the before and after. To actually take the whole every single hour for every hour would be ridiculous amounts of memory. Looking at the Swiss franc, a couple things I liked about this pair is if you did take some profits when we said there were some opportunities to get in the trade and also take profits, good job. A couple things I'm going to be looking for in this market is we are creating lower highs and also higher highs as well. We haven't breached this 0.9268 yet. We're currently just sitting at that 0.8949 area. So I'm going to be interested to see a couple things. Okay, if it's going to mirror image the euro dollar, and that means the euro going down and the Swiss franc going up. There's a couple things I'm going to be interested in. If it does break this trend line here on the day chart, then I'm simply going to get out. If it breaks this low here at 0.8606 area, then I'm also going to be considering not looking for buy opportunities but possible sell positions. So what can happen is maybe we may create an M shape, a double top. Okay, it may come all the way out to the top, break the trend line, and possibly come back down towards, it doesn't have to go exactly, but towards this bottom. But we may see this market, the way it's moving, on how bullish it's gotten, we may see continued moves all the way up to this 0.9727 area. But I'm looking to take some profits on the way. The 4-hour standpoint, a couple things I really like about this market is here's your support, here's your resistance, broken out, expecting to act as support. So I'm looking for engulfing candlestick patterns here at 0.8900, and also the way it's reacted from this area here, I'm going to be interested in the 0.9040 area for a break. So right now it's kind of lingering. We have 2 trades in the profits. You can move your stop loss into the green, but I'm looking for either engulfing pattern or a small trendline break here on the 1-hour standpoint to trade back into the upper swing. Kind of like what I did over here. Okay, pretty similar. Kind of like the Elliott wave. 1 wave, 2, 3, 4, and possibly 5. Okay. So the 4-hour standpoint says a lot. I'm looking for a retest, engulfing pattern, a break of the high. For continued moves up, if it doesn't, obviously I'm going to sit on my hands and wait for better opportunities. The 1-hour standpoint, just to look at the more precise entry, here's your resistance, and we'll shift this over to the 1-hour. And also the support level. You can see it was resistance acting as support, and it's just kind of hanging out, low volume at this time, but looking for white candlesticks. If a white candlesticks, definitely interested in buy opportunities. If you're not in this already, you can simply wait for a trendline break, or if you're looking for an entry point for a buy position, wait for the break of this 0.8970 area, so a recommitment, or the break of this high at 0.9063 area. Other than that, it's just kind of hanging out and waiting for this market to reveal itself. The pound dollar here, day chart, what we've seen here on the day chart is lower highs and higher lows. And in this case scenario, we have an ascending triangle on the day chart, bigger perspective. We have resistance, support, resistance in this area in multiple fashions, and now it's kind of hard to determine where this market really wants to go at the moment. These are the extreme prices I'm interested in, so if it does break upwards, I'm looking for something to happen right around this area. You know, if we have some day candles, long wicks, or somewhat similar like this, to trade back down to the bottom of the channel, and so on and so forth. But I'm looking for short-term trades at the moment. Shorter-term trades, we have a high and a low established, so if it breaks this low, it may be creating this double top and M formation. We have a one part of the M, and here we have to make a decision coming back to the bottom, and if it breaks the bottom, then obviously I'm looking forward to that sell opportunity. If it breaks this high, then we can continue to buy this upwards, but we may see this pound dollar to trade similar to the euro. Right now, again, this candlestick hasn't fully developed yet, which is in the 4-hour perspective, but we have very obvious support resistance here on the pound dollar, which is very exciting. And I'm going to convert this over to the 4-hour standpoint. So we're kind of lingering here. It's meandering, and I'm looking for either an engulfing pattern, or I can simply just wait for this 1-hour trendline break. So we're actually, if you think about the 4-hour, it's right around here. It's kind of having an ascending triangle, but I'm looking for this break of this trend line to look for an entry point and possibly trade back down towards the origination point. That would be my take profit. Stop loss, either a reclose above the trend line or above the swing high. Wicking area right around here, depending on how it breaks. Okay, so this is kind of an opportunity that's pretty exciting. The first trade really didn't do so hot, so we're just kind of waiting for the opportunity to arise for a better opportunity. Obviously, we had another opportunity. This has already happened. Okay, we had a smaller trend line break, a retest, kind of shuffled, and we meander upwards. But right now, this is a pretty decent trend line that we're looking at, and like I said, the euro and the pound may follow each other. The USD yen, if you took this opportunity, good job. There was just a smaller trading opportunity. We did talk about trading back into the downward trend, which it has been pushing downwards, and maybe running into this support resistance level here at 77.34. Somewhere in that general area that this market may slow down quite a bit. We're obviously in a strong downtrend. This trend line here on the top is going to kick off this major resistance. Keep coming up really quickly, getting rejected. You see it happen on the left-hand side as well. So I'm going to be interested to see if it breaks here, continue downwards, or if it comes back into this trend line and engulfs, then we may see those selling opportunities. 4-hour standpoint, we did break this low or this consolidation. Really just a short-term trade back down to the 77.34 area. But like I said, I'm not very aggressive, or if you did get involved, don't be aggressive, because this is just a really hard pair to predict where it really wants to go. Just a couple things that we can consider is the overall trend, which statistically speaking is continuing downwards. The 1-hour standpoint, again, there was a break here, close the candle, so you'd be up probably, just a few points, maybe 20 points or so. You could take profits right now or whatever. If it does recommit here and breaking 77.63, we may take another position, so on and so forth. But like I said, I'm not as excited about this pair. Like I said, it's just you're dealing with less data and really not really considering how the economics are affecting, or the fundamentals are affecting this pair. So it's a little bit harder to actually trade. In my perspective, I'm more interested in the euro and the Swiss franc at the moment, and some of the other markets that we're not covering right now. The CAD. We talked about what your thoughts were about the CAD, so definitely leave a comment below and mention what you think about this pair. If you like it, you hate it, you trade it, you know everything about it, you know where it's going, let us know. Just put a comment and subscribe to our YouTube channel. A couple things about this actual market condition. The day chart shows that this pair actually broke a pretty major trend line here. If you can squeeze all the way back here, okay, big trend line, broken, surged, came back to this resistance level, came back sitting. You can see resistance acting as support. Now it's consolidating. Okay, so I'm actually going to be seeing in a smaller point of view and what this market's doing, and I'm more interested personally this extreme high here and this extreme low here. These are the two major prices I'm interested in, is at 0.9893 area and 1.0261 area. So I'm kind of waiting for it to make a decision between these prices. You can squeeze the consolidation to consider these prices right here for the current market price, or maybe we can even slightly have a shallow trend line here like so. Okay, so we're kind of forming this wedge formation here, so if it breaks this high, I may look for those buy opportunities and continue the upward swing. If it breaks this low here, and it's coming downwards pretty quickly, so I'm going to be seeing or looking to expect a possible opportunity that the dollar may strengthen against this pair. Maybe tomorrow during New York we may see a engulfing pattern or kick off this support level right here. I'm just going to be interested. I'm not going to be pulling the trigger too quick, but I want to see if it does break here to continue downwards, or if it's going to break and continue upwards. 1 hour standpoint, again, look how beautiful that trend line is. It fits on the 4 hour and the 1 hour, and it's just going to make a decision either or. It's almost at that deciding phase right here. Okay, we see some bullish candlesticks at the moment, and so this pair right now at the current moment, I don't have a trend line here that's, this is too steep, cutting through. Yeah, just not too much info on the 1 hour. So I'm looking for a bounce, maybe an engulfing pattern, maybe something like this right here, this candlestick. Okay, that's something I might look for, a small buy opportunity back to the top of this trend line, or simply if it does commit downwards. Okay, so it's a make or break situation. I'm just seeing that this market is pushing downwards. A few hours, there's going to be a new trading day, or it's going to reestablish some things. So again, put your comment below. Let me know what you think about the CAD, where you want it, or you're expecting where it's go, or what economics that you see on the news, or what you think about this pair, and see how we can trade it. Alright guys, well you guys have a wonderful day, and join us to our next video.